live button.
All right, man. All right,
Don't waste the content, dog.
We live. What in the world, boy? It's your boy, Big Low Kuntry. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports, and here we are. Once again, that time of the year, NFC South Roundtable. So, gentlemen, if you would like to introduce yourself, Big Game James, tell us everything that you're thinking, Bo.
Man, what's up? It's your boy Big Game James, host of Big Game Sports Buzz on the BGSE network and former Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive tackle, man.
Okay. Dang, Rashaad, what you looking like that for, Bo?
I was just reading the comment.
Oh, okay.
I was just reading the comment, bro. Bro. Hey, but it's Rashaad, one half of the Panther Nation Podcast, the largest independent team coverage of the Panthers on YouTube right now. So it's fun. Got a lot of good stuff going on over there. A lot of good items coming up next week. Cannot wait. I wish I could tell y'all about it, but I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, man, Panther Nation PC in the building. Y'all know what time it is.
Definitely. Big Q, you want to let everybody know where you coming from, Bo?
Shout out to the fam, man. Big Q representing the Sports Coma, the Great Saint Think Tank, the entire Who Dat Nation. We up in this thing, baby, representing the NFC Roundtable. Shout out to all the brothers. You know, when we do these, it's always great, man. Big Game, brother Shad and Dave, my dog, Big Low. All of y'all, man, it's always an honor to talk NFC South with my brethren.
Hey, man, we always enjoy it, man. Always enjoy it. And, you know, I know that, we hadn't had a chance to get together, but really nothing's happened here lately. But, NFL draft is come and gone. And, I just wanted to, I figured everybody could get together because everybody kind of talk about, if they enjoyed their draft, if they didn't like it, if they did like it, I don't know how you feeling. Like Q, like tell me. I mean, I don't really know what's going on with the Saints. Like I ain't really get a chance to keep up with them. Like we don't watch them like they watch us. So if you could kind of,
Here we go.
What a gun!
Did that. I knew when he first said he called me out first. I was like, there we go. We didn't go in early.
I mean, the truth be told, both of y'all got something in common.
What's that, bro? That they got everybody from my team?
I'll let well, that's part of it. That's part of it.
But continue. Sounds like there's an elephant in the room. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Continue. My bad. No, continue. We'll get there. My bad, Q. I don't want to overstep. My bad.
I'm sorry, Lo. What was the question, bro, that you asked?
I was just wondering, like, what happened in y'all draft? Like, what did y'all do?
Some shade you threw some shade that made me forget everything you was talking about.
I'm sorry, Q. My bad. I ain't mean.
Well, all I'm saying is, when the Saints made a few moves, we had a pretty solid draft, man. To our likings, free agency was also relatively quiet. I mean, we did sign one of our biggest signings was Chase Young. He had an issue. He had to have surgery, but the contract was according to that. Willie Gay, we picked him up from the Chiefs to compete with Pete Werner for the other linebacker job opposite of Demario Davis. So that's championship pedigree and an athletic linebacker to give us speed to kind of defeat that scrambling quarterback situation that we've been dealing with for some time. And of course, we've added some depth and some stuff like that, and added a tackle. We have some issues with our tackles, man. We got to get on code. We got a new offensive coordinator. That's the biggest thing I want to say that happened to the Saints this offseason. Carmichael was given the boot. Sean Payton's system was given the boot. And we have Clint Kubiak here bringing in his 49er brand of offense, the Kubiak system and the Kyle Shanahan hybrid type system that he wants to install down here. So we're trying to see what that thing looks like, man. So there's still a few things that we need to do from a depth perspective dealing with the team. But overall, it's very positive, and it usually is very positive in the offseason. It's how we translate that thing from the offseason to the on-season is where this current administration usually has some issues.
Okay. Rashaad, you want to tell everybody, kind of what happened with the Panthers this offseason,
Yeah. Panthers is cool. I mean, now me and Big Game got a lot in common. We took a couple things, you know what I mean? Y'all borrowing from the Saints, we borrowing a little bit from the Tampa Bay Bucs, you know what I mean? So we got Dave Canellis in the building, head coach, brought a couple of guys over from the Bucs that I like. So a new system coming in We have signed Robert Hunt, signed some Dwayne Lewis, fixed the interior of that offensive line. So that was our biggest issue last year. Tackles were solid. It was that interior that was getting jacked up. So now we shifted the interior, so that's really good. Get Bryce some protection. Got Bryce some weapons. Deontay Johnson coming in the building. A lot of good things, man. I mean, it's gonna be a slow roll for the Panthers. I don't think we're gonna solve it out the gate. I'll be lying. I'll be up here capping if I told y'all we would be nice. I saw somebody said we're gonna make the playoffs. Bro, we're not making the playoffs. Let's hit the brakes a little bit.
Don't do that.
We gotta relax. We gotta relax. I told you I'm a realist. I'm a realist, bro.
Rashad, why you still in low? Low's supposed to say that, not you, brother.
My bad.
Wait,
my bad.
Hold on, what?
My bad.
Don't steal his thunder so fast, huh?
My bad. I ain't mean do that. But yeah,
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
But my bad. So I think that the draft was okay. I got to be honest. When I was live streaming during the draft, it wasn't a draft that was man, we got XYZ. It was cool. It was a draft that I expect to peak in year 2 and year 3. It's a development draft. We don't have guys that are going to contribute in day 1, right? We got Xavier Legette. I like him, but I don't think he's quite. I like him a lot. And had he had a better quarterback, I know y'all got that the dude over there in New Orleans. Had he had a better quarterback, he probably would have had about 1,700 yards in college. But I digress there. But Xavier Legette, I like him a lot. Jonathan Brooks coming off the ACL. Good running back. He's going to be a problem when he's healthy. I think they're going to slow roll him in because of the ACL. My favorite pick, Jatavion Sanders, the tight end out of Texas. Love that pick. Great pick. So good weapons that will be coming in. And I think as soon as he fixes his inline blocking ability, he'll be a problem. It's just a developmental draft for us, in my opinion. So I like it. It's a lot of good things heading in the right direction, but I'd be lying to y'all if I said we was going to make the playoffs and anything or make any kind of push towards that.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate the transparency, Shad. I appreciate that.
You already know I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. Ain't no line over here.
I already know. Big game. How y'all feeling about y'all draft and your offseason and everything there, Bo?
I mean, first and foremost, we got Baker Mayfield re-signed, which some people say is crazy, but Rashaad made a good point. Dave Canales came in and made people believe in Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield became a better quarterback than I think anyone thought he was going to be, because I know I was skeptical as hell at first. Canales is gone. I want to see what
Hey, big game. Yeah. I saw the worst of Baker, bro. That wasn't the same Baker we had, bro. So Canales did his thing, and I hope he does the same thing.
Totally different. So him being, and a lot of people said, why in the hell would Carolina hire him after 1 year being at Tampa? But you look at what he did with Geno Smith, and you look at the work that he did with Baker Mayfield. I think him and Bryce kind of got put together. Long story short, Liam Cohen's gonna have to come in and make things work. But we got Mike Evans locked up in the building. We made an addition with Randy Gregory. I'm just curious to see what that's going to look like and work out like, because when he's on, he can be on and he can be helpful in this Todd Bowles defense, I believe. But the draft itself, man, I did like it. One of the things we had to improve in is the run game, being ranked 29th in the league and yards on the ground, and the way we converted the rundowns was horrible. But I believe that Bucky Irvin out of Oregon is going to be a great compliment to Rachaad White. Being where he fell to us in the 4th round is a good steal. Graham Barton, big guy to Duke. I'm always curious why we go draft tackles and see if we can turn them into interior offensive linemen. To me, the move is usually easier from tackle to guard, but now you get a big, tall, rangy guy that's going to go from tackle to center, but he's nasty and he's got some of the strongest hands they said they've seen. He gets those lobster claws on you. He will pancake you and finish you in the middle. And that's the kind of thing we needed since Ryan Jensen is no longer able to play and gone. So I think that he will be able to bring that tenacity, and that's why they like it. But lo and behold, I think Tyke Smith was a big steal out of Georgia in the 3rd round, man. I mean, he looks like almost a small spitting image of Antoine Winfield Jr., the way he can play up in the box and the way Todd Bowles blitz. I think he fits in very well. So I'm excited to see how it all pans out with these young guys we get. We hit every need that we had on paper, but sometimes we know that don't add up a couple years down the line, because we needed Logan Hall when we drafted him, and he still hadn't panned out yet. And the same with Joe Trayon Shanka, still trying to get it together. So I'm hoping Braswell out of Bama can turn into that extra edge to help since Shaq Barrett is gone. But I'm excited to see how these young guys play, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we want to hear from you though, Lo. How you feel about your draft?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something. I don't know if y'all seen the article. The Atlanta Falcons had the most improved unit in the NFL with the defensive line. So I
saw a lot of articles too with y'all sitting at the bottom with the worst grade in the league.
I mean,
if we're talking about articles,
trust me, I've seen a lot of articles about Bryce Young and the Panthers having the worst draft in the league after we look back at it with 2020 vision. It was clear. It was clear, bro. Everybody's like, dang, we should have got Anthony Richardson in Carolina. Oh, we should have got CJ Stroud in Carolina. Try to tell y'all.
No, we good.
But I mean, since we talk about articles, since we highlight the negative now, I'm just saying. But I mean, like I was saying, the defensive line is the most improved unit in the NFL. We got Rook Aurora, who I think tested 15th best.
Ain't nowhere else to go but up.
I mean, okay. I mean, I hear you. Then Bryce Young is not going to have anywhere else to go but down. Once Rook Aurora and the rest of this defensive line comes back there and just knocks them over. But with that being said, I think he ranked 15th best with the RAS score out of 1,800 defensive tackle prospects. Then you got Braylon Trice, a steal from the University of Washington, the most productive pass rusher in college football. Then you go ahead and get Broilers from Oregon. So,
no, I think you skipped somebody though. I think you skipped somebody.
He can't label. He can't say everybody.
What am I skipping? I just talked about 3 players. What?
That's 1,000 lines.
My bad.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, and I do also want to acknowledge the simple fact that we have the best quarterback room in possibly the NFL. Is that
the best room?
The best quarterback room.
It's premature to say that right now, right?
Who's better? Who's better?
Very, very premature to say that.
Who's better?
All right.
Who's better?
I mean, you got $180 million man coming off a very serious surgery,
and a guy that's never won a playoff game.
He won one playoff game.
Okay, my bad. One.
Yeah, how many Baker win?
One.
Exactly. So we're in the same boat.
He's a lot younger and a lot cheaper right now. If we don't have 2, we got to pay.
But I feel like Kirk Cousins is a lot better. Baker gets in his head, bro. Baker try to get out there and do all the dancing and everything, and he don't know if he's playing quarterback or doing a progressive commercial. He don't know what he's doing, and sometimes he just gets in it. And then you see how he started feeling himself last year after, he had a good stretch of games.
A little bit. But he had the right head against the Eagles in the wild card game, and a game again in Detroit against in the divisional game where if the defense would have made 1 or 2 different plays, it's a little bit different. I mean, I know it's hard for you to speak on the playoff part of things because that's a place Atlanta hasn't been lately.
I mean, James, what do we say every time we get together? If we're a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
You're right.
Hey, it's big game. I ain't never heard you talk like this before.
He feels himself.
Big game.
No. I mean, I guess I am poking my chest out a little bit because I know last time we all talked prior to the season, everybody said that said the Bucs was going to be the cellar dwellers, and I wasn't going to. I don't like living in the past and talking about old stuff.
You always live in the past.
Me either. I mean, me either. Let's move on.
If I was right about something, I'm gonna call it out. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like so, yeah. You go ahead, toot your horn, James.
But real talk, like we said, man, going into this division and going into even to this draft, and I'd like watching the draft and seeing what other people in the division are going to do to kind of feel like what we're going to have to line up against later on and see how you grade it. And the NFC South, we all said it before, it's wide open going into this season.
I don't think it is.
It's not. And thanks to the Falcons for drafting another quarterback and showing up their defense late. They probably just went ahead and gave the Buccaneers another NFC South
best quarterback room. Everybody in the chat, if you think of a better quarterback room in the NFL, please put it in the chat.
Bro.
I tell you what, if you think of a better quarterback room in the NFC South, please put it in the chat.
Come on, Lo.
Please put it in the chat. If you can think of a better quarterback room in NFC South, please put it in the
Yeah, somebody other than us, because we might be biased.
Can y'all think of one?
Come on, bro. Y'all just admit you had the right reaction that went viral when y'all picked him up.
I'll take it by surprise. I'll take it by surprise.
Was it a pleasant one?
Yes, because whenever someone does something that's different and that's not the traditional way of doing things, people always look at it like, "Oh my God, why would you do that?" But then, whenever it's a situation where it works, that you actually sit there and think, "Whoever thought if we could make a circuit, if we could make a filament and run electricity through it, we could have lights all throughout the house." Somebody was like, "Oh my God, that is the stupidest thing in the world I've ever heard."
Is that what we're doing? I know he got. I know. Big Q got the library behind him. But that what we doing, bro?
I'm just saying,
we talking Lewis Latimer?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
But all I'm saying is that. So yes, is it not the norm? No, it's not. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. We got our quarterback for the next 12, 13 years.
So low, you right. I don't know about that.
Man, that boy, he eat lunch at Luby's with the old people. He ain't gonna be in there no 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
what? Because he's 24.
Hey, but 25.
He's 24.
Below. So here's my opinion on the Falcons. So here's my opinion on the Falcons and Penix, and I said it when it happened. In theory, like it does make sense. I agree with you. You picked up your guy. You don't anticipate picking in the top 10 again. So if that's your guy,
he ain't said that at first.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I'll be completely transparent. I was upset.
So I get it. In theory, it makes sense. But to me, in my opinion, if I'm a builder of a team and I got the opportunity to apply my foot to the neck of the NFC South, and I need somebody to really get me over the top. I need a game changer. And you picking in the top 10 and you pick a quarterback that's not going to play for 2 years, hypothetically, in theory, right? I get it. And then what happens if he gets thrown out there too soon and he not quite ready? I mean, you could do more damage than good. I think it's a lot of variables. I think things have to go absolutely perfect for y'all plan to pan out. And you would look like a genius. Like you said, if it works out, it would be fantastic. But if it doesn't, you could have wasted a nice little window of putting your foot on the neck of the NFC South. That's all I'm saying.
And I understand that. But if you look at it, if you look back at our past, whenever we were quote unquote back when we were consistently going to the playoffs and we could quote unquote put our neck on the NFC South, think about this. We tried to get those game changer pass rushers and it never worked out. Vic Beasley is selling insurance at Allstate. Tad McKinley, he's making subs at Publix and sometimes a good rap. So it's like if you look back at it,
a good rap.
If you look back at it, our best pass rushers always come in the later rounds, i.e., your Grady Jarrett's, or we get people in free agency. So it's like if you say, "Hey, I got the most productive pass rusher." What talk Grady? I'm just talking about years and years before that. But yeah. But the point I'm making is that if you look back at our past, it's like as far as getting pass rushers, it never really works whenever you get them early. But if you look and you say, "Oh, I could get Braylon Trice, the most productive pass rusher in the college football the last 2 to 3 years,"
what you mean?
You don't believe in Dallas Turner though? You didn't think he would have been
He don't fit our system.
I mean, and that's why I'm asking, man. I mean, the way they played the 3 and what y'all put the 4 down, I get you.
Because we're going for crush rushes. We're not going for, hey, we want to isolate this guy on the outside. He makes a move, and hopefully we get to the quarterback. Because we used to do that before with Dan Quinn, and they used to literally pick him up, set him to the side, and the quarterback proceeds to throw the ball. So that's why we're getting all of these guys 270, 280, 290 that can run, so we could literally collapse the pocket.
No, that's a lot of capital spent on your defense. Now, Dorless, love him, love that guy. That's a talent. The other guys, I do like the quarterback pick because it's the Green Bay model. That's what to me, that's what it looks like. Which the Green Bay model works.
It works over and over.
It works. It
don't work for everybody, but it works for them.
So let me ask you this: who has it not worked for?
I'm saying if you employ, it could work. Now it's a big gamble because of Kirk Cousins' major injury. If he gets hurt, and their season could be, who your third string quarterback is, Lo?
Taylor Heineke.
Okay,
is Desmond Ritter gonna be gone?
Desmond Ritter already gone. We traded him.
Okay.
Cardinals.
I like Heineke, though.
That's right. Okay.
So let me ask you this right here, Q.
Yeah.
Think about it like this: what would have happened if Kirk Cousins would have had a catastrophic injury and we didn't get Michael Penix?
No, I'm agreeing with you, because when everybody was wigging out over the Atlanta Falcons getting Michael Penix, I was saying, man, what are they talking about? Michael Penix is a better quarterback right now than McCarthy. He's a better quarterback than Drake May. Right now, he's a better quarterback. He has all that experience and all that. They're gonna toss his age in there. He's 24. They're gonna throw his injury history in there, but the guy fought through all that stuff. And look how Washington looked. It's not just a 1-year sample size serving. This dude has been there doing this thing, and they were a talented team. So you can't disparage his success.
I don't think we question the talent of Michael Penix Jr. So like when I say that talking trash, I mean Rashaad, I think that he's capable of being a good quarterback in the league. I think he's done some good things. I liked him even in Indiana before he got hurt and transferred to Washington. I think the thing that baffled a bunch of people is you lock Kirk Cousins to this deal with this guaranteed money over 4 years, and then go draft to where you could have got him to be your quarterback probably for a smaller part. And I know a lot of the money's up front. Those last two of the deal is not that bad. They wouldn't have to eat that much if they cut him and let him go. I just think that's what surprised everybody and got the reaction it did out of most people. For me, it wasn't the quarterback that you drafted, because I think Penix is going to be good. I mean, to watch him throw the ball and put it on the diamond in the spots that a lot of people can't put the ball in those spots that kid does when he's able to make those throws. So a lot of people
also don't have a lot of the wide receivers he had on cleanup duty for some of those errant passes.
Yeah, because we got one of them.
Are we going to talk? Are we going to talk?
Michael Penix?
We don't talk about Michael Penix,
man. So you telling me
we gonna talk or we not going to talk?
As of May 2nd, 2024, you telling me that Michael Penix is a worse quarterback than Bryce Young?
Is he a worse? I don't think he's a worse quarterback.
I mean, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. Silence there.
Listen, but that ain't the conversation we having. We talking about your boy, not mine.
I mean, look, we can go back and look at the tape now. We go back.
Let's look at it.
If we go back and look at the tape, I can just tell you that Michi and all of those guys at Alabama bailed Bryce Young out more than a Doomsday McMillan and all those guys bailed out Michael Penix. Because Bryce Young, he had some talented wide receivers too. Now, like
he did.
All I'm saying is there's more than one way to cook catfish. That's all I'm saying. Big Q, he might put some Cajun two-step on his and let it sit in some batter or something. Put it in a little bit of milk and then go ahead and fry that thing up. Meanwhile, I just go salt and pepper and put a piece of cornbread. Fact of the matter is, everybody has their own way of doing things. I just know that we just coming back from being in a terrible situation with quarterbacks. We had Desmond Ritter. I tried to make the best of it. That I could.
Yeah, you sold us that one too, didn't you?
Man, boy, I talk a monkey out of a banana tree, bro. I worked this.
You definitely talk. You talk. Yeah, but and Dave tried to tell you, and what you said.
Deep down, I knew he was right. I knew he was right, but there was 600 people watching. I couldn't admit that.
You could. Hey, I'm with you. Though. Sometimes you gotta stay with it, bro.
You gotta stay with it.
I'm with you on that.
We have Marcus Mariota. You gotta go down. He literally quit on the team.
I respect that, Lo. I respect that.
Marcus Mariota literally quit on the team. So it's like what they saying is like, look, we ain't going back. We ain't going back to that situation. We'd rather have two good quarterbacks than one that's just okay. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Padre, says Baker Mayfield. Be saying, look what I could do. Hello. I'll take up and listen. That's a Superman check.
James,
I'm sorry, y'all.
James didn't find that amusing at all, bro.
I mean, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, now where did that come from, though? Where did that come from, though? When you started doing that?
So y'all remember Mad TV, right?
TV.
Yeah. No, but when you started doing it, where did that come from?
Man, so that comes from Arthur Smith and his terrible play calls. So it's like we're running double reverses to the tight end to throw to the other tight end, and Kyle Pitts never even touches the ball. So that's what So basically, he's like, "Hey, look what I can do." Like, that's what it is. So that's where we got that from.
Oh man,
that one caught me off guard. I remember the first time you did that, bro. I was in tears, bro. Oh man, hilarious.
But I mean, the fact of the matter is, I know that it's the elephant in the room. I know that's not the most popular decision.
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is that for the next 12 years, like, we're gonna be good at the quarterback position. That's all I'm saying.
Hypothetically, big risk reward. Now I respect it. I get it. Going out of the box, and going to get you. Like I said, if it works out, you look like a genius. If it don't, then it is what it is. But I respect it. I mean,
you got to risk it to get the biscuit. I did want to ask you about something, Rashaad. I seen Adam Thielen run an over route today, and by the time he got to the sideline, the sun had went down.
That man old, bro.
Is Adam Thielen y'all's number 2 wide receiver?
Nah. I think he's gonna play a lot in the slot. And listen, we got some talent. We got some talent coming in, bro. You got Leggett. And we got the guy in the cut. We got Jalen Coker coming through. Gonna surprise some of y'all, man. You're gonna surprise some of y'all. Still got Mingo, got Deontay Johnson. So I think we're gonna be fine at the receiver position. And then we upgrade tight end. So I think Bryce got some weapons. I think Chuba Hubbard gonna surprise a lot of y'all at the backfield. We're gonna be fine, man. Improve offensive line play. That's the biggest thing for Carolina Panthers. But Thielen gonna have a role. Don't get it twisted. He's a 1,000-yard receiver last year. So don't sleep. He gonna get his.
Thielen got 1,000 yards last year.
I believe it's close to. If not close to it.
Man, you can't beat that. Now, one thing that I do remember is that near the end of the season, Bryce Young, like, he was looking a whole lot better than he was at the beginning of the season. Okay, he did. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it's one of those cases. A lot of people, they not Bryce Young. Yes, we pick on Bryce Young a whole bunch, but I feel like he has the talent to kind of put things together. What's wrong with you, Q? What the world?
I like Bryce Young. I think a lot of what happened last year is just coaches failed him.
Bro, we had that was terrible last year.
They made the right decision getting Canellis there, man. He's the QB. He's gonna take that kid, and like Shad said, one of the biggest issues they had was that interior offensive line. They spent money on those two guards, and that big money on those two big guards that they brought in there. The Johnson trading for Deontay Johnson from Pitt, that dude is solid, man. A lot of people don't know about that. He could play. That dude has been productive. Injuries, but I think he had the injury, but he's good now. So, I mean, they're headed in the right direction, and Canellis is definitely – they're going to be a lot more competitive than what they are. Plus, I love that running picked up out of Texas, too. That dude's going to be where you're going to
be a problem.
That dude's good.
And I think what's going to help him get on the field a lot quicker than others is his blocking ability. He can block really well out the backfield. He can catch out the backfield. He's going to bring a little bit – I'm not saying he is CMC, so everybody relax. What I'm saying is he can bring some of that receiving threat that we haven't had. We haven't had that since CMC left or we traded him. You know what I mean? So having that out of the backfield, it's going to allow Canellis. I know Canellis used Rashaad White out the backfield a lot last year. I think he's y'all third receiver. So I think we're gonna be able to get that, and I think it's gonna be able to open up the offense for sure. And again, I think a lot of our issues last year were coach related. We have a bunch of coaches that had never worked together. They was trying to figure it out. It just didn't work. Dudes was like trying to protect themselves. We had the quote unquote Hunger Games going on. Everybody trying to save themselves. Dudes snitching on each other. It was a mess last year. And Bryce was a victim of that. So I look at Bryce's. He couldn't have had a worse rookie season. It's nowhere to go but up from here. And I expect a lot better out of Bryce, I think. And again, a lot of it's going to be due to the protection up front. A lot of that's going to be fixed, and then we're going to have a good run game. So I think Bryce is going to be good. He ain't going to have to do everything. He ain't going to have to put the whole team on his back. He's going to be just fine.
Definitely. And Rashaad, Ghost Daddy said he's going to need Dave to do the look what I could do.
Oh man, nah, we not. I'm not. I wouldn't be able to finish the show if he did that.
Oh man, so Big Q. I mean, we talk about our quarterback acquisition. Saints, they get Spencer Rattler. A lot of people say he might have the best arm talent in this draft. I mean, I've heard people throw it out there.
What people said that?
Yeah,
I've heard people say it. I heard somebody say it on Twitter. But you get crazy takes on Twitter. So I mean, with that being said, I met him at South Carolina. He's a great kid. I met Leggett as well. Great. I mean, we kind of hit it off because I can actually talk the way I want.
Y'all can understand each other. Yeah.
I can actually. I can use my.
That's people saying language.
I use my Geechee because I had to slow down whenever I talk to y'all, opposed to whenever I'm around my family.
Yeah, what it sound like? I'm getting my ears like tuned in now. I done heard him a couple times. Went out there and met him at the stadium. So yeah, let's see what that sound like for real. We wanna maybe I can practice on you. You know what I mean?
Ah man, shoot, you already know what time it is, Bo. We just finna go down there and wet this hook. We finna snatch some lips off of this thing, Bo. Go ahead and get that cooler. We finna sit on it. We finna put them things in there.
I can follow that.
I got that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
good.
man,
Not to league get for the training. I'm good. I got it.
Yeah. You're good. You're good. You got it. Your ears already tuned. We got a couple more Superman chats.
Shout out to them geeches.
Steve Hagler, shouts out to the geeches. He said, "What do you think about Willie Shaw, quarterback from Virginia State? He got good measurables and size. That's a Superman chat."
So he is a cornerback that we took in undrafted free agency. And again, I don't really know too much about the kid. He does have good measurables, good speed, but I don't think it's gonna be a thing.
Definitely
a body.
Definitely. And all right, Padre says, "Hey coach, can we trademark the name Booster Seat Bryce before David?"
Hey, I'm not about to tolerate this. We're not doing this. I'm not about to tolerate no Bryce Young disrespect.
Is he getting his Carter's endorsement?
Look like a bootleg Suge Knight. His daggone picture, bro. Sit down, man.
Hey. You can't be talking about my folks, coach. You can't be talking about folks.
He talk about mine. I could talk about him.
Hey,
I'm
not
exactly.
Y'all ain't gonna talk about my folks.
I ain't tolerate no Bryce disrespect, bro. I ain't tolerate no Bryce Young disrespect.
Look, I might have some issues with James. James been working out. But Rashaad, you gonna have to square it up. That's a Superman check.
Try to turn it a rule session, man. Call the man a bootleg Suge Knight. Good Lord, man.
You ain't gonna talk about Coach Staff. You ain't gonna talk about Coach Staff.
Hey, he started it, bro.
You
can't talk about my people, bro.
You ain't gonna do that, nah. You ain't gonna do that, nah.
Oh man.
So Q, tell us what you think about Spencer Rattler.
Well, Rattler does have an arm. A couple of I was impressed with this. I went back and looked at a lot of film. When the Saints first took Spencer Rattler, in the middle of the fifth round, I was like, I was doing a live, man, and I was like, oh man, they took Spencer Rattler because I wanted another quarterback. I thought another quarterback would be a better fit for what we were doing, more talented. But Spencer Rattler was a guy that I watched play in college and stuff like that. But his game to me was solid, but nothing spectacular. And then he does have the talent. A lot of people been DMing me and saying, Q, you know what, man, such and such. He kind of reminds me of Mahomes, not in the style of play. I guess he kind of.
Hey, come on, man. We can't do that. Is that what we doing? I'm gonna let you finish. All right, I'm gonna let you finish.
You said he looks like Mahomes?
He said he favors Mahomes when I'm getting
curly hair
from his when he put not style play. Now, like I said, he's a long ways off from Patrick Mahomes. I'm not calling the man Patrick Mahomes. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
But from a standpoint, they're saying he favors him. That's what I'm hitting.
We're talking looks. Okay, I'm all right. Okay.
Now, it's certain things about his game that that is very solid, and other things he need to work on. But Clint Kubiak likes this guy. And if Clint Kubiak feel like he can do something to kind of get Spencer Rattler in the system, because last year we picked up we had Jake Hayner. They picked up Jake Hayner from Fresno State, and that was Derek Carr's influence. Derek Carr wanted to try to pick a guy from his college, and he had some influence. Well, this is Kubiak's guy. This is his quarterback. So if Clint sees something in him, I'm gonna say, hey man, I remember watching tape on Spencer. He's pretty accurate throwing the deep ball. He has some athleticism to him. He's really intelligent. He's a really intelligent player. But outside of that, I wanted to see what Clint Kubiak can do with him because he might be something spectacular. A lot of people were saying, man, that guy was supposed to go in the 3rd and the 4th round, and the Saints got him in like right around the 15th pick in the 5th round. Man, that was really something else for us to grab him, for him to fall that far. So a lot of people, including him, he's gonna come in here with the chip on his shoulder. So brand new system, depends on who pick it up fast. They can get some time quick. So
definitely. I mean, I'm not mad at that. Vietnam 26, he says, hearing that about Bryce from a Saints fan is real. Things will get better this year. #respect. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat.
Indeed. I was shocked about that. Well, Rashaad didn't want him. I remember we was talking. Remember that shot? Those shows we were having. Rashaad didn't want him. Rashaad wanted Stroke. He wanted CJ. We did the Roundtable, or it was another show we did prior to that. And I was telling Dave and Shad, I was saying, bro, listen, that kid's a baller. He's undersized. He accurate. When he gets outside the pocket, he always keeps his eyes upfield. He throws an accurate ball when he's on the run. Highly intelligent, but just like any quarterback, when you get a quarterback into your system, you got to protect the guy. Now, this year they're doing this exactly the right way. They give him a running attack with that Texas running back, big move. That kid out of Texas. What is it? Is it what's Jatavion Sanders is his name?
Yeah.
That giving them a tight end to help out with that tight end room, and they building around them. They got veteran guards inside to protect them. So they doing it, and all those receivers, they got all kind of different wide receivers. So Carolina is doing it the right way, and plus they got a quarterback whisperer. That guy did that with Baker Mayfield, took Baker Mayfield and turned him into what Brother James them guy. I was like, that dude's serious. Because think about this: the Tampa Bay, Tom Brady left those guys. They were picked to be just a trash team. They were picked to get Caleb Williams.
That's true. Right. That was a lot of talk. You're right.
Caleb Williams was headed to Tampa. Let everybody else tell it. But what did that dude do when he got there? He took Baker Mayfield and turned him into something respectable. He won a playoff game, outplayed guys in my quarterback room that's making $150 million. And he got him for a steal for 1 year for $4 million. And he was able to do that. That's a steal. And so solid draft this year by Tampa Bay. Big game, James. Carolina doing it. Atlanta, I like the Bryce move. I like Doralus, all those extra defensive ends, because they spent a lot of money in free agency last year. I'm like, damn. Some of these guys must be hurt or getting fired. I don't know what's going on. It's just a lot of defensive ends. I ain't know why you got so many of them, Lord. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you just showing love to everybody else. You just leave.
I gave you credit. I said Doralus is. I love that defensive pick. I like the Penix pick. I was big on.
But you had to say, you had to do that.
I'm saying you spent $100 million on that defensive line last year, and then you got all these extra draft picks that you picked up, like 3 or 4 defensive ends in a row, wasn't it? Like y'all just kept picking them. Oh, we didn't need just keep getting them.
Exactly. Just constant pressure. I'm
like, but
all day.
Well, I was like, okay, all right, but,
all day.
It's all gravy.
They're gonna be fresh like the salmon that you get from Publix.
Okay,
fresh.
It better be fresh. We buying
fresh
from the supermarket.
They're gonna be running on the field saying that old school Bow Wow, fresh as I'm is. Cat says,
but we're improving though, Lo, aren't we? Everybody, man, everybody's
getting better.
It's getting better.
Everybody's getting better. Hey, Cash, he says, where is Dave with I told y'all about Ritter for Big Low when you need him? LOL. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I mean, some things are just meant to be.
Shout out to Dave, man.
Shout out to Dave, man.
Dave is traveling right now. He's on a plane on his way to North Carolina. So,
okay.
Shout out to Dave, man. Much
love. Shout out to Dave, bro. Molly Miles in here says Drew Brees' arm when out in his prime is stronger than Bryce Young's arm. Goodness gracious. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Wait a minute now. We don't remember Drew Brees' arm? Like Drew, he was struggling. He could throw his way out of a paper bag at one point in time. A wet paper bag.
This is a little bit of a stretch.
He's saying out of his prime. Because Drew's like maybe the last 4 or 5 years of Drew a career, low that arm wasn't what was popping.
Yeah,
and it was that shoulder, man. He couldn't get behind them throws like he once did, and everybody knew that.
We reaching. As a Saints fan, I think you are pretty familiar with reaching. Asking about your Spencer Rattler pick, I think a little bit of a reach there. So you're just applying that same pressure. So I get it. I get it. I get it.
Hey,
Shot?
Absolutely.
Shot must have listened to that kid and Mark this before he got over here.
Hey, listen, I'm here for the hate, bro. Hey, listen, they know what time it is. I'm just dishing out what's being dished to me, bro. I'm just chilling, bro.
So
I've been chilling. Y'all taking shots at me, bro. He taking shots at me. He the one with the reaching joke.
Damn,
not me.
God. So you think they reached on Spence?
No, he just talking shit.
I do. Where y'all taking? It was the third.
It was the fifth. It was fifth. 15th pick in the 5th round. That's a reach, bro.
Yeah, I'd have took him in the 6th. Maybe 6th. a little bit of a reach. 6 or 7. I'd have took him in the 6 or 7. Damn. Yeah, I feel comfortable there, though. 5th is a bit of a reach.
Oh, low shot is capping, bro. He capping, bro. He don't
reach. I'm just reaching like your man's was reaching. I'm just dishing out what's being dished, bro. I'm y'all hate y'all coming at me. I'm firing back, bro. If you want to smoke, come with it.
One thing that Q's not going to acknowledge, Rashaad, is the simple. One thing that Q ain't going to acknowledge, Rashaad, is that because he was talking about us moving up, or us taking Michael Penix with the 8th pick. One thing he's not acknowledging is that the Saints were trying to trade up to get Michael Penix as well.
No, he wasn't.
So I'm just telling what everybody.
Is that what the street saying?
That's what the street saying. That was the street. They said the Seahawks, the Saints, and what was the other team?
No.
And the Raiders. The Seahawks, the Saints, and the Raiders were trying to trade up to get Michael Penix.
Well, I heard the Raiders wanted him. I didn't hear nobody else.
I mean, look, if they reach for Spencer Rattler, there must be something to it.
No,
hey, look,
bro.
Q, you ain't got to take that, bro. Like you ain't got to take that.
I'm just saying,
pick a reach, man.
I know.
I'm saying something promoted Atlanta to get funky and get that 8th pick for Penix, but it wasn't us. I promise you, Dennis Allen would never draft a quarterback that would threaten Derek Carr. He would never do it. Spencer Rattler in the middle of the 5th round.
You're right. He showed into it.
He would never.
That's all right. My bad. That was low. My bad. All right. My bad.
He would never do that, bro. I'm just saying for real. He would never. You're right. But I'm just saying he would never do that, bro. Because the thing is to coddle and protect Carr. That's all it's about. To protect Carr. They let him craft the QB room. We got Nate Peterman here. Jameis Winston is in Cleveland. We have Nathan Peterman. And the correlation or connection, like why go with Peterman? There were a lot of other really established veterans that we could have reached to with a better resume and a bigger name. Peterman, you know why Peterman? Because Peterman was Derek Carr's backup when he played for the Raiders.
Wow.
So Peterman is your damn backup. And Jake Hammond was the guy that Derek Carr basically told him, hey, man, draft this guy. He from Fresno State. Guess what? Carr's from Fresno State, too.
Is that the boy that took the risque pictures?
Yes.
It took the pictures, okay.
Well, no, he had, I don't know if you call him risky, but he did the kind of the Zoolander thing or whatever.
He had a little Zoolander thing going on. He was like,
well, but see,
you heard us say Shy? You heard a little Shy? He took the picture, like,
I don't co-sign that, Bob. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the Spencer Rattler thing probably was as safe as we would go. I even though that sounds, and it's an interesting thought, but I promise you that is something that Dennis Allen would not. He would never draft a quarterback that high to threaten Derek Carr's job. He wouldn't do it. Just look at the condition of our QB room.
Well, sometimes they get their golf buddies, man, and believe it or not, dude, because sometimes the way training camp go on, depend on the relationship that they got with the GM. They can brother-in-law somebody on in there, bro, and it goes down, dog. And you hate to see it because somebody out there that's probably more deserving that you could use and be ready, because they never have the thought that guy really gonna have to go play. They'll let you bring your buddy in there sometime.
Yep.
I.e.
Arthur Smith.
Talking, James. You got inside game on that, brother. So I definitely get that.
Yeah, I used to crack up sometimes. Like, who doing what? Oh, hell. Okay.
We got iTest in here. He says it's time for the NFC South to get back to prominence as a division to be feared. I remember when they used to call us the NASCAR division. He said, go kick them in between the washing machine and the dryer. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I got a feeling, we can return back to prominence. Another thing that I did want to acknowledge was Big Game James. As far as Tampa Bay goes, somebody in the streets told me that Tampa Bay's defense is getting old. They said they can't move around the field like they used to. They said that, Tampa Bay might be barbecue chicken whenever Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix throws the ball all over them. Is that true?
I mean, we still need to do some things to bolster our secondary a little bit. Our pass rush is going to be fine. Vita Vea, they say, is going to be new and improved. He's hitting it hard this offseason. Weight's coming off. Kalijah Kancey's going to be good again after the passer. Carlton Davis III is gone. We traded him to Detroit. One move that I think I might like to see them make in free agency before camp starts is maybe hollering at Xavier Howard. Just a veteran president that might be able to help. But we still got some other pieces. I think we're going to be fine, man. I'm not worried about our division and the passing up against us. Not with Derek Carr as a quarterback and Bryce Young not being able to see over the line and Kirk Cousins.
Come on, man. Hey,
bound to hurt something.
All right.
Game.
So you got to go at James where you went at my boy now.
All right.
Like don't pull those screens now. Just James on the screen.
Hey,
like go ahead. We wait.
You know what? This is a different Big James that we remember from the last.
Yeah,
time.
he was real quiet last year. He was real quiet. Yeah, now you coming out swinging.
I'm just trying to keep y'all off me a little bit, man, because lo and behold, we don't know what we're gonna see. We never do. And like we always say, we hope these picks work out. We hope free agents come in and fit the way they supposed to. And one thing is, I think we got Devin White on. A lot of people say Devin White has a lot of good football left, but Devin White was becoming a cancer in our room. Truth be told, this is Levante David last go around, bro. I mean, I love LD. He's awesome. He's smart. He's a great leader. But now KJ Britt and then Savasier Dennis are going to have to grow into those roles to be able to replace, and play in the middle because we're going to need it. I mean, I don't see Levante David going through a whole nother game playing the way that he does to be able to play an entire game. So it's going to have to be rotations put in place and guys being put in and being smart about it. So, we got to see how Todd Bowles is going to use his personnel, man, big time, because the defensive side of the ball is getting old, and you don't want that to happen because and not trying to be funny, but Q can probably relate to it, like with Vilma and all those boys were there with the Saints, and they win the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, you lock up a lot of older money. You don't draft that side of the ball. Then all of a sudden, those guys are gone, and your defense gets beat up on for a certain period of time. And so that's why I like the defensive needs that we kind of had in this draft and lines up front. But yeah, it's definitely going to be some more things we got to do to help the defense out, man.
Definitely. Shouts out to Mr. Diego. He says this guy's paid Derek Brown more money than Sexy Dex. I don't know who Sexy Dex.
DB got a bag. Shout out to Derek Brown, man. He got a nice, well-deserved bag too.
He's eating good. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I mean, so I definitely see where you're coming from with that, Dave. The question is like, when do you make that choice to go ahead and start? I mean, because you could be proactive.
That's funny.
You can be
That's funny.
proactive instead of being reactive.
Hey, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. This is funny. But at least I could snap. At least I could snap what I got. Look like the jacket you going on. You can't get it over that stomach. Come on, Shug.
Hey, wait a minute now. Wait a minute, Rashaad.
Come through,
wait a minute. Hold on. First of all,
it took you a long time to come up with that one too, bro. You've been waiting.
First of all, Rashaad, big guys are in. First of all.
Hey, okay.
First of all, don't talk about it. Don't never talk about a man in his stomach.
A onesie jersey, bro.
Ain't no onesies here, bro. Ain't no onesies here, dog. That's funny though.
Why are you firing at him, bro? What's going on?
Padre is
y'all be hating, bro.
Padre on fire.
Rashaad on fire.
Nah, I'm straight, bro.
Sean turned into a roast session, man.
Nah, man. We can't even button that jacket. Fam can't even button that jacket. Talking about snapping a button between the legs. You can't even button that what's in front of your stomach.
I mean, come on, Rashaad. Like, if we do, because I had to come to the defense of my guy. I mean, if we keep it a buck, you have been kind of riding the bike. You calling it like I see it. Yeah, I'm just saying you have been riding the bike. For Bryce Young.
Hey, listen, once you got this black and blue on, yo, it is what it is, bro.
I'm just saying,
it is what it is.
You never getting naked like D'Angelo, and how does it feel?
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
So I mean, look, I think he has a point. It's one of those things where, I understand you want a CJ Stroud that you couldn't, y'all couldn't. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I understand that you want a CJ Stroud, and your GM couldn't be proactive instead of reactive and have two great quarterbacks in the room. So it's like, moving forward, you just got to deal with what you got to deal with. You see what I'm saying? So now you got Bryce Young.
No,
you gonna learn. I have no clue
what you're talking about.
You gonna learn for the decade, Bo. That's all I'm saying.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Because it's low capping, man.
What am I capping about? What am I capping about?
Shooting shade and capping in between his words, man.
That don't even make sense.
I
zero sense.
I can explain it to you. So y'all had Bryce Young last year. Y'all traded the farm, the house.
We got it, but we got it back too.
The hospital.
We got some of the farm back.
Well, we're talking about that 32nd pick. Y'all deserve more than that.
Year.
All that losing, y'all deserve more than that.
No. We got a second round pick.
All I'm saying is all that.
So if you got to be informed. If you gonna throw the shade, you got to be informed.
So what pick were y'all supposed to have this year? That you traded away. That's what I'm saying. So 32nd pick to the first pick, that's a 31 pick difference.
But we got a quarterback though. We got a quarterback, just like you should know that, right? We got something in common.
We don't know nothing about that, Rashaad, because we got something in common.
We got something in common.
No, we don't. Because we got
we do.
Y'all got a quarterback. We have quarterbacks. Rashaad.
Okay.
Y'all got a quarterback. If something does happen to Bryce, God forbid it does.
We got Andy Dalton, bro. Got quiet, huh?
You know why I got quiet, Rashaad?
Why?
Because I feel sorry for you.
No, shit.
If you're saying that we got Andy Dalton, if that's supposed to be your backup plan,
I could say the same thing for you, bro.
What, Michael Penix?
Anybody back there.
The best quarterback.
Anybody back there. Heineken.
In college football last year.
Whoever you talking about. We can say the same thing, bro.
You just saying you like the same boat.
We ain't paying ours $100 million. You know what I mean?
I mean, look,
we all know good.
We all know Terry. Terry, he learned how to finesse folks from the Saints. We already know. I mean, so it's like we gonna pay him $100 million, and we finna run an Ozark scheme, get that funny money going, and we still gonna be paying the rest of our guys. Best quarterback room in NFC South.
That's premature, though.
I'm just saying, who's better?
I'm just saying that's premature, bro.
He got to sell himself like he did on Desmond Ritter, man.
I don't even have to sell this. All I have to say is
you gotta stick with it, bro.
All I got to say is Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix.
Stick with it, bro.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's premature.
Because throughout this whole conversation, Q ain't said nothing about Derek Carr all day, all night long. He ain't said nothing about Derek Carr.
I'm letting y'all guys, y'all brothers, y'all getting it in, brother. I'm just watching.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, you want to talk about Derek Carr, Q?
I mean, what you want to know, brother Lowe? What you want to talk about, bro?
Does he meet the Kelly Blue Book value?
Yeah.
Nah, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, Lo, you could Q, you could pull him to the side like Arthur Blank did. You got some explaining to do, buddy. You got some explaining to do, buddy. Go and pull him to the side. Go and pull him to the side.
No, you get Q started on.
All I'm saying when it comes down to Derek Carr is last year I didn't overall, because people not, I'm talking about the folks that watched all of the games from the start to the finish. The eye test wasn't all there the entire year. It was a lot of foolishness. It took him a long time to finally get the system, and the system was supposed to be a QB-friendly system. He took him a long time up until like the last month before he finally got it. And really, the Saints started to run the ball effectively toward the back end of last year, and that helps him. Learning a whole new system, I'm anticipating the same response time from Derek Carr, just like it took him a long time last year. So I want the Saints to run the ball. So Clint Kubiak's a serious dude. He said when they first asked him, what are you trying to do? Establish an identity. Wants to run against eight-man fronts. Wants to, bring the running game in here. So and I'm all for that. And as long as we get the running game, we got a very strong run in terms of our runners. Elvin, Kamara, Jamal Williams, Kendre Miller. We had a strong running back room. We need to rely on that, take the pressure off of Carr by allowing him to become play action Carr. And I think that's the best way to get the best value out of Derek Carr and I think Kubiak, I'm going to see if he can be the guy that kind of holds him, makes him accountable. But I have more faith in the running game than I do currently of Derek Carr to go and win me a game, especially when he's trying to learn a new system. Now, in terms of what you're saying about Bryce Young and about the trade situation that my dog Low brung up, I think that's also premature because Bryce Young, they've been taking shots at Bryce because CJ Stroud was a vast, obvious difference because there was a lot of banter before they got drafted between CJ and Bryce. Who should they go with? And I don't think Carolina made a bad choice. Bryce can play. It was just a different situation. He would have excelled in Houston. If they took Bryce and put him in what Houston did, they would have excelled. He would have excelled there. And CJ would have struggled in Carolina. No quarterback to deal with that. That was totally ridiculous.
That was a tough situation. I ain't gonna lie. That was tough.
You put Peyton Manning or any great quarterback in that situation, they wouldn't have been able to do nothing with that. Right. So I mean, I think it's premature. I know, but my dog Low just taking shots. That's all he's doing. He's just throwing a little shade. That's all.
Come on, man. Come on.
You not throwing shade, Low?
Yes, I am. I mean, look, I gotta be honest.
Like I'm not.
I gotta be honest, man. That's one thing that my brother Rashaad always taught me. To always be honest. He's like, look, I always gotta keep it a buck. That's it. Yeah. My granddaughter, he said, question to the wonderful panel: which prospect that your respected team drafted was your favorite pick and why, and which was your worst? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Big Game James, you want to let us know who was your favorite and your worst?
Yeah, man. If I had to pick a worst, I don't like doing that yet because these guys haven't really done anything. But I'm gonna say Devin Culp, the tight end in the 7th round, only because we got Cade Otton, we got Wells, we got Cole Keith. Culp is a big body. He'll go up and try to get the high ball, but he had a lot of drops that last year at Washington, and he's not really a blocking kind of guy. So if that's the worst pick out of all the other ones, I'll say that. Really, my two favorite. I mean, I'm kind of right there neck and neck, but I like Graham Barton, number one. But I'm really, like I said, I really think Bucky Irvin is going to help add to that run game, man. So I'm interested to see how he plays out because he, like Rashaad White, can catch the ball out the backfield, but he's not bad between the tackles if we can get some push in the middle.
He's twitchy too, James. You're going to love that dude, bro. Very twitchy. Yeah. Very twitchy. I like Culp too. I like Culp, bro. I know he on your team, bro. Culp is a good prospect.
Yeah, and he had some decent film. Like I said, he had some drops. So, I mean, if I had to go through the whole list out there, I mean, I guess I could have said Klein, the guard out of UTEP, but losing Stinney to the Giants in free agency, we still need another interior guy. We drafted it, so it was hard for me to say that's a bad pick if, he can pan out and give us a little bit of depth on the offensive line.
Definitely. Rashaad, who was your favorite and who was your least favorite?
Favorite pick, Jatavion Sanders. The value was too good there. Got him in the 4th round. Probably was a projected late 2nd, 3rd round pick. So got some good value there. I think he's going to provide some a receiving threat immediately for Bryce Young that doesn't quite exist on the roster. Again, he's not perfect. I think he's going to have to get some of that blocking ability up. But again, I think there's going to be some packages where he can get busy as a receiver. So that's my favorite pick. My least favorite pick is going to be Tevin Wallace, the linebacker we drafted in the 3rd round. I thought was a reach there. The value wasn't quite there. And I think that you know I would have went elsewhere. You know what I mean? I would have went elsewhere. Linebacker position, he's not going to get much activity there. I just didn't like that pick at all. A big reach.
Okay. What about you, Q? Who's your favorite and least favorite?
I mean, we had a solid draft. I don't know if I have a least favorite pick, bro. To be honest with you, I guess if you kind of force me to take a least, well, I'll do my best. I think Fuaga was a pretty solid pick. He was a need. We needed a guy like that. I like his athleticism. He got a really good mentality. He's intelligent, and that was a position of need. And I guess the least favorite, if I was forced to, I don't really have a least favorite guy. I guess I like Bub Means, but perhaps maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Bub Means. I ain't gonna say nothing about Bub Means. I really don't have a least favorite pick out of these guys. I like all these guys. All of my. That's not one I can call. Like I said, my least favorite guy. I was hoping we get Jerry Rice's son. I wanted to draft
Brandon Rice. Yeah. What he ended up with San Diego? I mean, with the Chargers.
Went to the Chargers, yeah. So I was like, because we were at the 170 pick with Bub Means from Pitt, we were talking about it during the draft stream about wide receivers that were available and stuff like that. And Brendan Rice was sitting there, and I was like, man, it would be awesome to draft Rice and make him a Saint, and then Jerry Rice, who used to kill us for years, would come to the game with his son jersey on. So that's the one that we get Jerry Rice in black and gold. He would wear his son jersey, but we passed up on Rice, and we got Bub Means. So it's not one least favorite. I like all of these guys. Even our 7th-round pick, Israel, he was coached up by Jari Evans. So it's like all these guys equally. They're all fantastic prospects. Some will contribute faster than others, obvious, but I like all of them.
Definitely. I think my favorite guy is Rook Aurora because he could literally play, from the 1 technique to the 5. I mean, got a first step out of nowhere. I think he's like 290. It runs like a 4.8 40. I mean, very strong, active hands. Feel like he's very slept on, and I feel like he's going to, as far as the Atlanta Falcons, I feel like he's going to be our rookie of the year this year. As far as the pick that I like the least, I would say Michael Penix Jr. That's the pick that I like the least because I'm worried that it's going to strain my relationship with my friends here on the panel.
How's that? Why do you think that, Lou?
Man, because it's like we'll be doing a roundtable and 2029, and I'll be like, see, I told y'all. I be like, every time we do it, I'm gonna have to say I told y'all, and then y'all gonna be holding animosity, and then it's like I'm gonna be calling Q for his red beans and rice recipe, and he ain't gonna want to give it to me, and then I'll be blaming it all on April 25th, 2024, whenever we took Michael Penix. I was like, see, that's why that was my least favorite pick. I mean,
I get it. You don't want to strain the relationship.
Exactly. Like Rashaad, he invited me to the game last year, and I didn't get a chance to make it, Rashaad. But
don't worry, I won't be extending that invite again. You don't got to worry about that.
Hey, Rashaad, it's like that, man. I hope you chill out with the suite with me this year. But it's cool. It's all right. But it's one of them situations where that's what I'm worried about the most, and I'm learning how vindictive Big Game James is. I didn't know that he was like that. So it's like,
vindictive.
Man. Vindictive. I'm just saying, man. I didn't know you had the side to you, James. I always thought that you were one of those people that played on the field and you didn't talk much trash like me. But now I'm seeing that you were probably saying whispering sweet nothings to people's ears because
the room I played in, man, I had to learn how to talk a little bit, man. Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice, Derrick Brooks on the back end. I mean, you had to learn how to bring it back at people. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I save for when I just really need it. It's not always me.
Well, you emptied the clip today. Today you emptied the clip. On Rashaad.
Lo, can I ask you a question?
Nah, not me. Think on me. On me, bro.
Go ahead, Q.
I was looking at the unofficial depth chart of the Falcons. What kind of defense do you guys run? What kind of defense y'all run?
So we're gonna be running multiple front. We're gonna be running 3-4. A lot of times those defensive tackles gonna be running that 4-eye technique. We're gonna be running cover 3 shell. So basically, I'm sorry.
So I mean, where I mean, you have David Onyemata and Grady Jarrett there, right? Along with Zach Harrison, right?
Yes.
Front. So where does Lieutenant Aurora and Dorless and the rest of these people going to play at? Where are they going to play?
The second unit. It's gonna be constant pressure. Gone are the days where we would, put the guy who doesn't need to be out there on the football field just to cover a spot. It's like we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be coming on the field singing that bow wow, fresh as I'm is, because everybody's going to be fresh. Subway, eat fresh. That's what it's going to be.
And Braylon Trice is playing behind Lorenzo Carter. So
yes,
this is the unit.
I think Braylon Trice is going to be a starter.
Okay.
And the guy that we had in Troy Anderson, they said that, and I predicted that they would do this. They said that they might be moving him out to outside linebacker because he's like 240, 250, runs a 4.3 40. He played quarterback, running back, defensive end, middle linebacker in college. He did everything but sell popcorn in the stands. But he has trouble in space. So it's like I was saying, hey, just put him on the line and have him play the outside shoulder of that tackle. Or on the strong side, outside shoulder of that tight end. If he does drop back with them, we could hope for the best. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna be running a cover 3 shell. I feel like that's why we didn't go ahead and get a cornerback, because that's how confident they're going to be in their defensive line and getting pressure. We're going to be up on the line of scrimmage. They don't know if we're going to be pressing or if we're just going to be dropping back in cover 3. And yeah, we're going to try to confuse some quarterbacks, confuse Derek Carr this year.
Well, hopefully get the running game going. That'll kind of get things there. But some good pickups by you guys. Darnell Mooney from Tulane and Rondale Moore. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, so pretty solid pickups all across the NFC South, man. It's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, man. So I mean, with that being said, I mean, I know we got to do it.
Oh man,
we got to do it, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
let James go first.
It's only right.
You're right.
All right, James.
I mean, like I said, we don't like living in the past, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will repeat as NFC South champions, followed by the New Orleans Saints, then the Atlanta Falcons, followed by the Carolina Panthers. I mean, you're making me pick early. We ain't seen no preseason, no nothing, no nothing. It's just,
I mean, team is what it is, James. I mean,
for sure, is just uncomfortably cool with that.
No, I mean, I gotta be real. I gotta be honest with myself, bro. I mean, what you want me to do? You want me to get irate for what, bro? We earned that last spot. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. You know what I mean?
Somebody said the devil is alive.
I actually agree. I agree with the no, I don't. I don't agree with the order. I agree with where you put. I'll go ahead and go, but I agree where you put the Panthers. I put the Panthers last for right now. I need to see what's going on. I need to see training camp. I need to see how Deontay Johnson is going to impact. I need to see this offensive line. I think we have the potential maybe to finish third, but I don't see us getting anywhere past that. Not in this first year. I think we're going to take leaps the next year. But I put the Panthers fourth. I'll put third. I put the Saints. I mean, not the Saints. Excuse me. I put the Bucs third because I think Cannilla is leaving. I think that's gonna hurt. Put Baker right back. Yeah, I mean, he gonna see. He gonna revert back. He gonna revert back without Cannilla. Just my gut. I've seen it. I've seen what he looks like without Cannilla. I'm telling you. I got some experience there. So I'm gonna go Bucs third. I'm gonna go Saints second, and I'm gonna go Atlanta first.
Go ahead.
You want me to go? Because I normally go last, but okay. I mean, okay. Like I wasn't ready, and I'm so surprised because Rashaad. Because after I learned a couple years ago that we're the Panthers' biggest rival.
Here you go.
I didn't think you would say that. I'm actually kind of like tearing up a little bit.
Here you go.
You know, I mean that's respect, Rashaad. Respect, man. That's why you my homie.
I could get in the suite. I get in the suite now.
I mean, you said I wasn't invited to Carolina, so I mean, dang, Rashaad, like, you know, I mean, you can't just move the goalposts. But all right, so I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons first. I'm going to say Tampa Bay second. I'm going to say the Saints third and the Panthers fourth.
Okay. Man, that's interesting, man. I'm gonna have to call it, bro. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what to say. I mean, like I said, it's tough making a call like that, and you hadn't seen a damn thing. So, because I got so many questions, man, about this team, man, I really do, and it's hard for me to even say where they're gonna fall until I know for certain that this is going to get resolved by the moves that we're making. So, man. This is just a pride call, man. That's all this is. It's just being prideful, right? Is this all this?
You take pride out of it, Q. You know,
what else?
Keep it a buck.
Yeah,
keep
it
a buck.
Yeah, keep it a buck, Q.
Keep it a buck with what? What am I?
It's early. I mean, all we doing is just
early.
You got to go with gut feeling right now. It's super early. I might, after training camp, I could come with whole different energy because I might see some
facts.
You reserve the right to change your mind. This is just we have to do this. This is the round table. We have to make this. We do this after every round table. You just gotta kind of go with it, bro. You gotta go with it.
Yeah, and you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it a buck, Q. You know, you can't. You know, you gotta leave it. We know that you got black and gold in your heart. We know that, but you gotta think with your brain, baby. In the words of Rev Saint, you gotta think with your brain, baby.
With your brain, baby.
That's
baby,
it.
That's how it go.
That's how it go.
That's how it go, baby.
That's how it go.
Ain't no other way but to do it that way, baby. Baby, that's how. So I don't, man. I'm gonna have so many questions, but I'm gonna put my black and gold on top simply because that's how I feel. And then, man, I got.
That's your right. That's your right.
I'm gonna give it to ATL, man. I got to give them credit. ATL finally are fixing things they were supposed to fix. They're becoming quite respectable. And of course, I'm giving it to Atlanta, but really I'm giving it to the Who Dat Nation and the black and gold because the people that crafted the team are black and gold people. Fontenot and so I'm kind of giving it to myself. So so the Saints and Falcons, which is basically the same because I refer to
team. I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying.
It's completely different.
I see that science. I see that science that you did.
One word black and red, the other word black and gold. Right.
Stole the name off the building. We had the Mercedes Superdome.
A little gold outline outside the Falcon now. Is that where it came from?
There ain't no gold out. What world? I mean, Rashaad, like, because you've been in the podcast for a long time. You know how sponsorships work, right? You understand that, right? They want to give it. They want to pay the people who will represent them better.
Right? No, ain't represent them better.
So I mean, hey, I'm just saying.
I'm saying Count Blankula came down to New Orleans.
See, here you go. Here. I knew it covered.
I'm saying you. Rashaad told me to keep it real. So I mean,
that's all you can do.
New Orleans East is what I call Atlanta, man. They did a wonderful job in picking up what they got going on there. So it's really the Saints. I'm going to give it to the Falcons. I got to respect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because we threw them in the cellar the last time around. And Big Game James them showed us was kind of sports. And no disrespect to my dog, Rashaad and Dave, man. But
no respect. Hey, it's all good.
It's all good, bro.
It's not our time right now. But after training camp, I'm telling y'all right now, I reserve the right to change my mind. So if I go back in there and I see some good things, teeing off, I'm gonna come here talking. But for right now, you got to show me. I'm with y'all, so I don't mind. I put them forth too, so it's all good.
Bro, listen, why I need to say this, man. How in the world people want to give shout out to people that keep it real, like what the brother just mentioned, brother Rashaad. Let me tell you something, man. You look at what it's not. I'm not making this up. This is not fantasy. Atlanta, who are our adversaries and rivals, said we can't beat them, join them, and came here and picked up people from out of the Saints building to craft their team. And then they proceeded to take Saints players.
Well, I mean, but it was free agency. Like they decided to go there. In a way, I would feel bad because they're basically saying they would rather be in Atlanta than.
No, you had to overpay them to go there.
I mean, David Ayamada is pretty much in the.
I'm just saying, Luke. I'm just saying. Can I finish my comment?
I'm sorry. My bad, Q.
I'm sorry. I know you want to dispute that. I know you don't like that. But see, that's what burns. That burns them, burn them all up in here. Heart burns to make them realize that they had to go to the Saints to be relevant.
They did.
Had to go to the black and gold.
Really?
They had to. I'm serious.
These are facts. I mean, it's the facts.
You guys them up.
Fontenot said, "Listen, bro. Only one way I know how to do this, and it's the black and gold way." You know what that vampire said? Hey, listen, man. I like
vampire. What?
Hey, we put this black and gold, man. Hey, listen. It's all good. I pay you more than they're gonna pay you, and he proceeded to take people from the Saints. They rosters little Saints people.
It is.
Litter?
Hey, big game. Don't give me that energy when when the Panthers start doing well. Don't give me that energy, right?
I'm just saying, bro. Listen.
Hey, one thing about me, Rashaad, when right or wrong, I'll be the first one to be like, "Goddamn, dog. Hey, I was wrong."
And the Atlanta Falcon family don't want to hear that. And listen, if it was on the other foot, I feel I'd be just like y'all.
I mean, just the hate, for no reason.
I mean, they've been taking Atlanta players for years. I mean, so
what Atlanta players did we took and it was
Lofton? I got our middle linebacker.
We going back. Okay,
one dude, low.
There've been multiple guys that y'all taking from.
Who else we took from Atlanta was worth something? Yeah, nobody.
I can't remember right now.
Roll them off the list, low. I can roll them off the list.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Because I know the next time we talk, this is going to come up again.
It's not the fact that let me give you some game about some of these New Orleans players, and this has been going on for a long time. And Atlanta don't know this, but we know this, and it's time that y'all all know this.
Address it.
A lot of the New Orleans players I'm talking about from the history. The only reason why they go to Atlanta is not to win a championship, but to piss off the team because they didn't pay them. They know the best way they can do to piss the Saints is to go to the rivals. Joe Horn, Martin.
That's like going back to your ex.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, to get them mad. Come on, man. Right. Come on, Lo. Is that what y'all doing?
Man, we ain't doing nothing like that.
Low don't they don't realize all the truth. Bro, listen.
All I'm saying is they decide to come. They decide to come to the Falcons.
You got to overpay them to get them there.
We ain't overpaying Kate Nellis.
Okay. I'm just keeping it real. This is not cap. I'm telling you, that's what they do. If they're mad that we didn't give them the money, they get pissed off and they sign with Atlanta. They know they're not supposed to. Ask Cam and all these other guys. Tyler Davison signed. I can roll off a laundry list of players. Cam, Tyler Davison. He called them a traitor. Tyler Davison. Y'all had him down there too. That's what I'm saying, though. Atlanta don't realize that because they thinking, hey man, they just won't come to Atlanta because they like Atlanta. No, a lot of times they pissed off at the Saints because the Saints didn't give them their money, so they go play for the rivals to spite the Saints. What
a shame.
That's how it goes. I'm telling you the real truth.
But y'all play against, when you play against division guys, you got a chance to go there.
Look at the chat for the Who Dat Nation in the chat and ask them if I'm telling the truth. I keep it real. Ask them in the chat. They'll tell you, hey, that's 100% Q is absolutely right. It's no disrespect to Atlanta, but I'm telling you, that's what they do when they want to piss off the Saints because they can pay them.
It feels disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful.
It feels very disrespectful.
I'm telling you the truth because it's a heated rival. This has got to be probably the top one or two rival set that we got on in the NFL. It's must-see TV when the Saints, regardless of the records. People turn on the Saints and the Falcons when they play. It's a hot and heavy rival. Players know that too when they come here. They know what time the rivalry is. They grew up watching the rivalry. So they know it's a cardinal sin for any Saint player to leave the Saints and sign with the Falcons. And if you do that, that means you that you either pissed off that they didn't pay you and you trying to get back. I'm telling y'all, Atlanta, y'all don't know that, but I'm giving you some game tonight on what's really.
Hey, Q. I think next on the next round table, I think you need to come with the whole list. Like I would love to see a whole. I would love to see the whole list.
It's a list.
I would come with a list.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that list. A guy.
I want to see that. Rashaad want to see the Ponzi scheme book.
I mean, front office guys too, because I mean, I know, GM. I just want to see. I'm just curious. I'm just curious because I don't know.
Joe Horn. Remember Joe Horn? Joe Horn left the Saints to play for the Falcons. Martin Anderson, one of the greatest kickers that ever was, kicked us all kind of death out of spite. Bobby Hebert, Axel, he know about Bobby Hebert. Bobby Hebert left from down here to play for the Falcons, and he said as much because he on the radio down here talking, different stuff. And he said he just went up there to be an assassin, and he tried to kick the Saints every time, to beat the Saints in the ground every time he played them. Now they got a check from you guys, they got paid from you guys, but I'm giving you game. Most players know that's a cardinal sin when you leave from the Saints to go to the Falcons to chase a check. And a lot of times, I'm keeping it real. That's how deep it is.
The rivalry can't be personal for the players like it is for the fans, because the bag is the bag. And at the end of the day, if you don't want me, I'm going to sign somewhere else. If it would have just so happened to be in another, division opponent's uniform, I'm so sorry if I piss y'all off, but I'm about to go get it now because this window is small and they close fast.
That's a part of it, James. That's a part of it. But I'm saying a lot of the people in the Who Dat Nation, like when the players come into the culture of the team. See, that's
I got you. Okay.
And a lot of times they're buying. Look at Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan talks about he'll talk about that. He'll talk about that, like he talked about. Now, of course, he don't really consider him a traitor, but they know that's the people going to look at that on the funny style when you bust a move like you go with all these other damn teams. You mean that's the only people when they do stuff like that? That's despite despite the Saints to go to the Falcons. I'm just keeping it real. Now they collecting a check and that's all gravy and good, but I'm giving you the game behind it. I'm not capping and I'm not throwing no misinformation. I'm telling y'all I really go. This is inside baseball. I'm telling you what time it is.
For me, I would just love to see the list. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of lists. It's a bunch of them on there.
Shouts out David Ayumata. Much love to him. Hope the family's doing good after we talked the other day.
That's one on the list right there. David Onyemata. He was the Saints guy, bro. We got so many people low talking about who he threw up there. Curtis Lofton. It's like one.
There's more of them, Q. There's more of them.
You get one dude, right? One or two Atlanta players coming. They don't do nothing for the Saints.
Did Tyler Davidson really do anything? Bobby Hebert.
Did Martin Anderson? I'm telling you, that's what time it is. That's what.
Did Joe Horn really do anything?
I mean, you got him though. Why'd you sign him?
Joe Horn was chilling in the Blue Flame with Roddy White.
He stole money. That's
on
what he
Thursdays.
Did.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, y'all said Bobby Hebert though.
That's what I'm saying. Bobby Hebert.
But it's a list, is what I'm saying. But hey, who signed him?
You made me think a little bit on some of it. Q, I'll give you that. But I mean, we know a lot of time. I know as a former player, those division foes will try to get that player because you see those guys twice a year, unlike other people that you see in the NFL where that schedule rotates every 4 years or so. So
you want to get intel. You want to get intel a lot of time.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah, you want to get intel. You want to know whenever they call, Peter. I mean, it's obvious. You're not supposed to touch the ball.
But you get intel. You also get scheme. You also get identity. You get an architect that can build a system that was flawed and failed before into a system of success. That's what you get, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you got from the Saints. Carry on.
I wouldn't be surprised if down the road, Ron Rivera isn't a defensive coordinator for one of our respective teams. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not mad at that. I like Ron Rivera.
Simply Tasha said the Dirty Birds don't have a true identity because they take everything from the Saints. Well, come on, Tasha. Well, what in the world? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. Like, come on now. Yo, with the $2, much love to you, yo. We definitely appreciate that. Well, look, man. Y'all want to let everybody know where they can find y'all at.
For sure. Hey, it's Big Game James, part of BGSE Network, Big Game Sports Buzz, the Sports Chop Shop, 2 birds, 1 show. You can catch us on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, and Monday nights with the Man Cave Express on YouTube, on X, and on IG. Is at BGSE Network, man.
Bro, and look at all of the people they putting in the chat. Ironhead Hayward.
I saw that. I saw Ironhead.
Ryan Nilsson.
Damn.
They took Ryan Nilsson. Ryan Nilsson was our dude, and they took him and installed the Saints defense. Atlanta can't tell us nothing. Any success, that's why I nicknamed them. Look, no disrespect to my Atlanta people. I nicknamed them New Orleans East. Y'all are New Orleans East.
Come on, Q.
That's a daggone shame.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, Q.
I'm saying it's factual.
That's disrespectful, Q.
I'm saying your defensive philosophy.
What? The defensive philosophy?
Ryan Nilsson, defensive coordinator, you picked them up.
Ryan Nilsson gone.
I'm saying you signed him last year. I'm just naming the list.
And we kept him for a year. We ain't like it. Pineapples. We ain't like it. We had to let him go.
But you still got Fontenot. You still got David on your mind. You still got all these players.
Fontenot want to come here. And this is what I'm saying. It's like all of these guys, they want to come here. I would feel if it was me, I wouldn't even talk about it like that. Like that's like, your girl leaving you to go live with some other dude. You like, yeah. You took my girl from me because you got my like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that.
All I'm saying is that a Saints man this guy was raised in the building from the lowest level as an administrator up all the way to a general manager. He was trained by the Saints thoroughly to do what he's doing. Mickey Loomis came in there. He taught him the game and management.
What'd he tell him?
See, Q, don't listen to Rashaad because he gassing you up. Don't listen to Rashaad. What Rashaad tried to do, he tried to take pressure off himself. That's what that is.
There ain't no pressure on me.
Right, Rashaad tried to take pressure off himself.
What I'm saying, you can't get away from that. Y'all can't run from that, and I won't let y'all run from that.
Ain't nothing to run from.
I love y'all too much to let y'all live a lie.
Ain't nothing to run from.
People embrace this truth that the Saints built this Atlanta team into respect.
Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
Any success that Atlanta gets is because a Saints man built the right way. He burned the stinking old losing down and built
the last three seasons.
The
last 3 seasons.
Y'all was way down there. You had to do this.
We were better. We were better before than we are now. We lost the last 3 seasons with Terry Fontenot.
How long y'all been out of the playoffs, Lo? Just that's what I want to know.
6 years.
See, that's a long time, brother.
It's a long time. It's a long time.
Feeling.
But the fact of the matter is that we all know that in an organization, there's so many different people that build your organization, that builds your program. It's not just the GM. As a matter of fact, the GM relies on the scouts. The GM relies on the front office. He relies on all the financial people. All the GM is the figurehead. And we keep it above. All the GM do is, hey, Michael Penix, we're glad that you're coming to Atlanta. Here's Arthur Blank, and passes the phone to a certain extent.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm just telling you, Q. At the end of the day, we can't say that Terry Fontenot built the Atlanta Falcons. We can't say that.
Bro, he's the architect of the team, bro. He's the one that's bringing in the coaches.
Providing the guidance.
He the one.
Right. All you got to do is add Big Game James. Big Game James been in those builders. It's a whole lot more than GM.
Bro, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, but at the end of the day, the owner has ultimate say. But more often in that situation, your GM had to say, and he had to explain to your owner what the hell he just did.
Man, that ain't true.
That ain't what that conversation was, Lo.
Nah, that's not.
That would have looked like.
That conversation, he was telling him what the next steps are going to be moving forward. He wasn't explaining to him what just happened.
You got explaining to do.
He got the money.
Because the fact of the matter is, Thomas Dimitroff, he said himself, he was like, we have meetings the 2 days before the draft.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank knows exactly what's going to happen.
And Terry Fontenot tell him what he's going to do. What his plan is.
Yeah, for the second pick.
He was like
for the second pick.
Oh yeah, but in those meetings they go down and you're gonna have to understand all the way down. It just all depends. I know in Tampa the Glazers weren't as involved as y'all's owner is. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, what we're gonna do? All right. At the time, Rich McKay was, all right, Rich, we believe you. Go ahead, do what you're gonna do. Make the pick. We'll make see if it's right. They wanted to be more involved in the free agency part of it. They weren't crazy about the draft part.
But Low knows this, man. Low knows this. He's throwing shade and he's trying to misdirect because he
I ain't
don't
trying to misdirect.
He put up the smoke and mirrors, Q. The smoke and mirrors coming
I
up.
ain't trying to misdirect. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what it is, Q.
He just did
it's
it.
It's a whole lot more to an organization than one GM. And I go back to my original point. I wouldn't be bragging about somebody leaving me. If Coach Ronnie was like, dang,
you said they chose up. You said they chose up.
They chose
up. Now, okay.
Upgrade. If Coach Ronnie came to me and said, hey, Big Low, I got to get with your millionaire cousin. This ain't going to work. I ain't going to be going to my cousin and be like, yeah, you got my sloppy seconds. Oh, don't you feel bad about that?
Okay.
That's the woman I made. Like, no, I ain't going to be doing that. I'm going to be like, hey, that's
no, I don't want to go there.
I wish she would have stayed. That's what I'm saying. I wish she would have stayed.
All I'm saying is a pecking order here. You got Count Blankula. Obviously, he has the money. He can't build the building by himself. Right, off the blank. I'm sorry, Count Blankula. So what he does is he hires the guy. He could have hired anybody. And then you saying the Saints chose up. No, the truth is, and this
he went and got him.
He went to get him because the Saints.
Said he wanted to come here. That's what they tell me. They said that he was calling us.
He wanted to stay in New Orleans, but Mickey Loomis did not give up the general manager position for him. Mickey Loomis is selfishly holding the VP and general manager positions. Fontenot wanted to be the GM for the Saints. When Mickey Loomis let him know that wasn't happening, that's when he decided to start looking elsewhere. But Fontenot wanted to remain with the Saints. So he took an opportunity. But the Blankula went and found Fontenot. He's the architect of what the Atlanta Falcons got going on. And for whatever reason, he reaches back to his roots. The guy not going to go to smart. So he's not going to reach back to the Saints and pick up people and say, hey, man.
I heard that he was trying to come here. I heard that he flew here multiple times to join the Atlanta Falcons.
He decided, Low, I'm telling you, this is,
this is personal.
This is personal with you. I'm good.
No, I'm saying, listen, this is what I do. I know about the black and gold. And the reality was Fontenot wanted to stay with the Saints as a general manager, but Mickey Loomis is not giving up the general manager position. So he said, okay, let me go see any greener pastures.
So what did Loomis tell him though? How did the conversation go?
Yeah. How did that go? Like, what did Loomis say?
Like, we
just want to know, like, the dialogue.
I'm just curious.
Hold on, the wall.
Let's see. Like, hold on. You see, first of all, hey, welcome, Lo. How you doing there? I just spot a minute for a second. Talk. When he's after Big Q, that guy is a pain in the ass. But let me tell you, he's telling the truth. The guy's telling the God honest truth. He did. I'm a selfish son of a bitch. I didn't want to get the general manager job. I mean, I hear him saying that. He's like, hey, I can only be here for 10 years. They were telling me to retire. I'm sitting up there chewing gum and my eyes bucking out my head. You should have seen it. I was a sight. But he was sitting up there. Well, you got to go. I said, that's foolishness. I go with the goddamn when I'm ready. I said, I might stay here for another 10 years. That's right. And that got them all in the crawl. So he was right. I'm telling you, he got a good one there, but he wanted to be the general manager. And he found out I wasn't up. Yeah, he went to Atlanta and more power to him. Because I'm keeping this goddamn job, let me tell you. Go to hell. I'm getting paid. Hey, doing shit on my ass. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't do any Hey, listen, I don't evaluate during the season. I'm telling you, I don't do shit. I collect a check. I'm not going to goddamn place.
Man, my stomach hurt,
man.
Oh, man.
That's funny, bro.
Y'all some fools, boy. Y'all some fools.
That's funny, bro.
Goodness gracious. Cute.
You
want to tell everybody where Mickey, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you at?
I'm in the Saints building. It's got my door locked. I don't want to talk to anybody, but Dennis Allen is good. And you guys aren't. Shit. I'm out of here. All right. Yeah, but shout out to the fam, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You can holler at check our streams out at Sports Coma with Big Q on YouTube. You can check us out on Twitter, on Instagram, Sports Coma, man, and just punch it in there and we'll pop up, man. But yeah, much love to Atlanta. I'm throwing some game at y'all, but seriously, man, I'm telling y'all the guy. I know it sounds a little funny, it sounds comedy, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm giving you inside game from a diehard. I'm telling y'all what time it is. I'm telling you the truth, for real,
man.
Oh yeah, he's telling the truth.
Rashaad, do you tell everybody where they can find you at?
Goddamn right.
Yes. So at Panther Nation PC on Twitter. If you search Panther Nation Podcast on YouTube, you'll find us. Again, this is one half of the Panther Nation Podcast. My co-host is Dave. He's usually here. He's traveling. So shout out to Dave, the homie. Yeah, man, that's it, man. A lot of good stuff coming to Panther Nation Podcast. Please go over there, subscribe, help us out. We're trying to get to 25K as soon as possible. So hit that subscribe button over there, help us out. I greatly appreciate that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. Make sure that you come and follow us at Big Low Kuntry Sports. That's spelled Kuntry. I didn't realize I was spelling it wrong until I graduated from college. So make sure that you come subscribe to us. Also, we are on Twitter /X at Big Low Kuntry, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Yahoo Messenger, smoke signals, carrier pigeons, ravens, anywhere you can find us at Big Low Kuntry Sports.
Barbecue chicken.
Damn, you a bad boy. You got ravens.
Trying to barbecue chicken breast. What in the world? What? Anyway, hey man, everybody in the chat, we appreciate everybody coming on, chopping it up with us. Shouts out to Big Q for spitting these conspiracy theories. I'm pretty sure the next show he's going to be talking about how Bigfoot is real, talking about how Bigfoot is aligned with the aliens or something like that. I don't know. Ain't no telling, But, I don't know.
Hey, Who That Nation? Atlanta's not going to give it to us, bro. They're not going to give us credit for using our.
There's nothing to give. What? We took your girl?
I think we got to save this for part 2, man.
Yeah. You got to save this for part 2.
All
right, y'all. What in the world, Bo?